huge police operation swung into action as soon as that news broke of Her Majesty's death, and the fact that she passed away in Scotland means that Police Scotland here, they did have plans in place and they've swung into action, but there will be more people here today. Just look at these crowds already just behind me. If I just step out of shot, these people have been here since 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. They're 2, 3 deep at the moment. I'll be honest, when I got here I actually thought something was going to happen at the cathedral that we didn't know about. I said, what are you waiting for? I said, we're going to wait for the arrival of the coffin later. We thought we'd get here early to bag our spot. Now I think by the time we get to 2:30, 2:40, when the coffin is due to arrive at the cathedral, there will be people all the way up to here, possibly even standing where I am right now. So that it's going to be right up to this restaurant that's just behind our camera position, all the way down the Royal Mile, back towards the Palace of Holyrood House. That's where her coffin has laid overnight. That's where it was brought yesterday in the throne room of the palace. It will make its way slowly up the hill, up the Royal Mile, with the King and the Queen Consort following behind. That promises to be a very emotional, solemn moment. It will then enter the cathedral, where there have been rehearsals taking place throughout the night. Even this morning we've seen even more rehearsals taking place, and then following that there'll be a service to remember the Queen herself, and then following that service the public will be allowed to view the coffin for 24 hours, and as that begins the King will actually travel back towards the palace, where he will meet the First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, and then after that he will cross the road at 5:30 to the Scottish Parliament. He'll meet politicians there, they will offer their condolences. And then later on, and this promises to be a very moving moment, the King will come back here with members of the royal family and they will hold a vigil at Her Majesty's coffin as people are filing past the coffin, with them standing, one would have thought maybe at all four corners of the coffin. It's called the Vigil of the Princes, and that promises to be a very, very emotional moment. And then the 24-hour period continues with the public allowed to file past the coffin, and we've spoken to people already here this morning that say, look, they're prepared to wait here throughout the night, all the way through the night until the very last minute when the coffin will leave for London tomorrow morning. So people here in Scotland turning out as much as they can, and they're prepared to wait through the night and do whatever it takes to pay their last respects to Her Majesty the Queen. It's kind of the last farewell, really.